top story, a senior Palestinian official says a new plan drawn up by the U.S. and Israel on the annexation of parts of the West Bank is another Nakba, or catastrophe, for the Palestinian people.
The anniversary of Nakba is painful this year. We are today facing a new Nakba, or catastrophe, which is the latest decision made by Israel and the U.S., and that is the annexation of a large swathe of land in the occupied West Bank. We roundly reject this annexation. Unfortunately, because of the coronavirus pandemic, we're not able to hold protests and demonstrations.
Spokesman for the Palestinian Interior Ministry made the comments in an exclusive interview with Press TV. Ghassan Nimr said that Israeli officials believe in preventing Palestinians from having their independent state unanimously. Nimr said that all Israeli authorities only think about more and more land to grab. He criticized the U.S. for siding with Israel, although being part of the so-called quartet of sponsors of the peace process between Palestinians and Israelis. Nimr said the Palestinian officials are determined to bring back the Palestinian refugees to their homeland.
Our goal is based on bringing back the Palestinian refugees, because the case of the refugees and the case of Al-Quds are the bedrock of the Palestinian cause.
A spokesman for the Palestinian Interior Ministry expressed hope that the international community takes the Palestinian cause seriously. He said the Palestinian leadership has urged world states to support UN Relief and Works Agency for Palestinian Refugees, UNRWA, so the Palestinian refugees' right of return is guaranteed. Nimr said the Palestinians will never accept U.S. President Donald Trump's so-called peace plan, known as the deal of the century. And joining us out of Belfast is Saib Shah, author and Middle East affairs expert. Hello, Saib. We're getting hope you're doing well. We're getting closer and closer to the so-called annexation deal that Washington and Tel Aviv have going on beyond the curtains. Your thoughts on it, where we stand today?
See, on the 7th of this month, May, the Zionist newspaper Haaretz published a piece by a writer called Hagar Shizev, a Zionist writer, titled Burying the Nakba, How Israel Systematically Hides Evidence of 1948 Expulsion of Arabs. It details how the terrorist gangs, or the Zionist terrorist gangs, documented their action in massacring, raping, burying people alive, and blowing up villages and destroying villages and killing people who tried even to return back to their towns and villages into the 1949 and 1950s. This evidence is there in the newspapers by generals of the Zionist entity. So they and the Zionist entity today is trying to erase and hide lots of these facts. This article and piece talks about all of this. So the international community have evidence to see what's being done to the Palestinians, how they pushed the Palestinians out of their homes, and still the United States of America, who is pretending to the world they are the free world leader in here, supporting such criminal gangs who establish a state on the bodies of dead Palestinians and cleanse the rest out of of Palestine. Today we've seen the United States of America's administration behave like it owns Palestine. It gives this peace to the Zionist entity or deny them that peace. This is not right, and the Palestinian, in your report, the Palestinian leaders said the bulk of the Palestinian cause is the refugees and the holy sites in Palestine. Without refugees going back to Palestine, without cleansing the Zionists out of the holy sites, there will never be a settlement. The settlements have to respect the return of all refugees. This is enshrined in 194 resolutions in the United Nations, Geneva Conventions, respect the right of people to return to their homes, respect as well their territories not to be changed or tampered with. The whole international law and communities into that. Why the Western Europe and why the United States of America supporting such a criminal regime. I wonder why, because it's their colonial base in there to try to dominate the region. This is why they're making money out of it. If they don't make money out of it and use it to enslave the people in the area and lose its resources, long time they would have dumped it.
Right, and Saeb, if the U.S. goes ahead, and which is, it seems like they are going ahead, and it was obviously in their so-called deal of the century, and they allow Tel Aviv to annex exactly the annexation plan it has on the table right now, what would that mean for Palestine, the future of the Palestinian people and Palestine?
I hope Abbas promised at his meeting with the Palestinian leadership, the Central Committee of the PLO, he said if they annexed 1 centimeter or 1 inch of the West Bank or the Valley of Jordan, he promised to dissolve the Palestinian Authority. And that is in its own, this is what scares them. Dissolving the Palestinian Authority, it means it will dismantle its functions like the security apparatus which cooperate with the Zionist occupation forces in securing the West Bank. So the settlers in the West Bank, they cannot be hurt by the Palestinian resistance. They manage this cooperation between the Palestinian Authority and the Zionist occupation forces to rein in the Palestinian resistance in the West Bank. So the Palestinian resistance in the West Bank, it will be intensified after that. If they annex anything with Abbas provoking the agreement with the Zionist entity or dissolving the Palestinian Authority or not, the resistance now going to take the ground and will fight hard. And any Palestinian will stand to prevent it from pushing the settlers out of the West Bank, will be considered as traitors. This is unanimous now among the Palestinians. As they rejected the deal of the century, as they rejected all the plans which they tried to deny them from the rights to return home and to be sovereign on their state, the Palestinian will continue their struggle to liberate at least in the beginning the West Bank and their holy sites from these colonial settlers.
Dr. Saeb Shahth, always a pleasure to have you on. Thank you. Do stay safe. Out of Belfast, Saeb Shahth, author and Middle East affairs expert.